Salutations, crustaceans. I'm Lobster, and today we're going to be revisiting the Squier Paranormal Jazz Bass 54. Let's check it out. This is the Squier Paranormal 54 Jazz Bass. And I've already reviewed this bass when it first came out in September of 2020. However, I wanted to do a revisit as they did a new line of finishes, including this black with anodized pickguard, for I think 2021. And I've been meaning to revisit this bass as it's a pretty sweet bass, honestly. I'm not a big fan of Fender or Squier by any means, but the Paranormal Jazz bass here, out of their China factory, has been incredibly consistent with their quality and fit and finish. Everything is aligned perfectly and super tight, and everything is flawless, honestly. I purchased this bass on sale during the Labor Day sale through, I think it was Pro Audio Star or something like that on Reverb. So I got a real good deal on this bass. I think it was like $279 or something, but they normally retail for around $400 to $450, and I think these are one of Squier's best offerings, and I'll show you why. The body here is a beautiful poplar body finish in a gloss black, and that is paired to an anodized pickguard, an anodized gold, and it looks really nice with the black finish. It contrasts beautifully. We have two single coil jazz bass pickups that are honestly nearly silent in regards to any sort of single coil hum. However, they are a bit lower output compared to that of the Classic Vibe pickups that I've tested in the Classic Vibe jazz bass. So these are just slightly lower output, coming in at around 6.5K versus the Classic Vibes, which are in the high 7s. The controls here are also very interesting because we have like a 62 jazz type setup with a stacked volume tone configuration, meaning we have independent tone controls for each pickup. The bridge is a typical Fender style Squier bridge, however it does not have the slotted saddles of the Classic Vibe, and honestly I prefer that. The bridge also seems to be a bit better in regards to saddle wobble versus that of the Classic Vibe, but your mileage may vary. For the neck, we have a 20 fret maple on maple neck with a full gloss all around. The fingerboard as well as the back of the neck is full gloss. It's a 34-inch scale neck with again 20 frets. We have a slim C shape and a 38mm nut width, or an 1.5 inches, a typical jazz bass setup. Moving up to the headstock, we have a Squier logo and 4 solidly decent tuners. I've had no issues with these. You can tell that everything is just put together so perfectly, like the control plate and the pickguard. Where they meet, there's no gap. It's perfect fit right there. You usually see a bit of misalignment when it comes to control plates and pickguards on Squier products, so I think this is a very nice touch. Now let's go ahead and turn this bass around. Around back, we see not much of anything here. We see the gloss black finish as well as the 4-screw neck attachment with the Squier branded neck plate. There's no batteries or no control plates back here because this is a passive instrument and everything is routed on the front underneath the pickguard and the control plate. Moving up to the neck, we see again this is a gloss neck all the way up, and there's actually a little bit of flame in the middle of the neck. Very cool. And finally, up at the headstock, we see that this is a Fender product and this is crafted in China versus the Indonesian Classic Vibes. And in my opinion, the Paranormal series seems to be a lot more consistent when it comes to quality control, so I've been enjoying these basses quite a bit. We also see the open gear tuners. Again, these are solid enough tuners. I haven't had any problems with them. Now, how much does the Squier Paranormal Jazz bass weigh? This particular example comes in at around 9 pounds, which is pretty average for a inexpensive style jazz bass. And how much does this bass cost? These basses generally go for between $399 to $450 US. I purchased this on sale through, I think it was Pro Audio Star for like, I think it was $279 shipped. So yeah, pretty good deal that I got during the Labor Day sale. But yeah, you can usually find these on sale throughout the year here and there. Honestly, I think this is one of the best Squier models, and I will show you why. Let's go ahead and play this bass. You all know what you need to do. Go ahead and hit that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thanks. not bad at all. That is the Squier Paranormal Jazz Bass 54. Honestly, I like this bass a lot. It's not perfect, but for the price point, I think that this is a very good offering and one of the best from Squier. One quick thing that I do notice off the bat is that in a noisy environment like this, not touching the strings does produce a little bit of a hum there, meaning that, this could be shielded and grounded a bit better. But for the price point, and because it's a Fender product, they usually don't do that. However, we'll find that when we solo the pickups, the single coil hum is actually quite negligible compared to other basses, especially at the price point. So let's play this one more time with both pickups at full and the tones on both pickups at 100%. That's right, we have individual tone controls for each pickup. We're gonna have some fun. So here's the everything open one more time. We'll get to the slapping, don't worry. So now let's start by soloing these pickups. We're going to check out the neck pickup first, take down the bridge pickup. As you can see, there is some single coil hum, as these are single coil pickups, and we are in a bit of a noisy electrical environment here. That being said, it is not the loudest single coil hum in the world, I have to say, so pretty nice. Let's see what this sounds like. Neck pickup, tone 100%. Now let's take the tone down to around 50%. Here's the tone all the way down. Very nice. Let's take the volume down now and bring the volume up for the bridge pickup with the tone all the way open. Yeah, not bad. I think that this bass would definitely benefit from having the bridge pickup probably in the 70s position to get a little bit more bark out of it. As I mentioned, these pickups are not as high output and not as barky as the classic vibe pickups. However, they still have a lot of clarity and just beautiful tone overall. I'm actually a fan of the stock electronics on these. Now let's take the tone down again to about 50%. Bridge pickup soloed. And the tone all the way down. Now let's bring the tone up and bring the volume up for our neck pickup. So we have both pickups together, tone all the way open. Very nice. Now let's take the tone down to, oh wait, which tone control do we play with? Well, let's start with the neck pickup. So we're going to leave the bridge tone open and have the neck pickup at the tone of around 50%. And let's take the tone for the neck pickup all the way down with the bridge tone all the way open. So it's very interesting. You kind of get the fatness of the rolled off neck pickup with a little bit of growl from the bridge pickup here. Now let's take the neck tone all the way up and take our bridge tone to around 50%. And here's the bridge tone all the way down with the neck tone fully open. Both pickups at 100%. Now let's bring both pickups to around 50% just for fun. And here's the tones all the way down. Very cool, very cool. Let's take the tones back up and play this bass with a pick a little bit. I got my trusty pick right here. We will have both pickups together, and then I'll probably solo the neck pickup as well. So both pickups together, here we go. And let's solo the neck pickup now, taking the bridge pickup volume down. Tone is still all the way open. Very nice, very nice. I like the neck pickup soloed with the pick. I think it sounds very mean and aggressive. Very cool. So let's take both volumes back up to 100% and I can give it some slapping. for fun, let's solo the neck pickup and slap it once more. Okay, and finally we're going to go ahead and throw some drums behind this bass. So here are my final thoughts on the Squier Paranormal Jazz Bass 54. Overall, I'm still impressed with this bass. The fit and finish is pretty stellar given the price point, and I think that the pickups are probably the weakest point of this bass, and they're not bad by any means. I just think that they're lacking a little bit of that bark and oomph that you would expect from a jazz bass like this. Again, the classic vibe pickups definitely have a bit more oomph and a bit more character. I think the classic vibes have an excellent set of pickups, and these aren't up to that caliber. However, everything else that you get here as a whole is pretty excellent given the price point. I would say it's above average for sure. The consistency of these basses is also pretty phenomenal. I've probably played maybe 5 or 6 of them and owned 2, with this being my second, and they've all been like exactly the same. The fretwork has been solid, no pokey edges, the fit and finish of the neck is solid, the tuners, the body, the neck pocket, the end of the neck where it meets the body, everything is like perfect. Where the control plate meets the pickguard, perfect. Bridge placement, perfect. Everything about this is just like, I couldn't expect more from a bass that's in the $400 to $450 price category that's going for a jazz bassy kind of vibe. There are other basses out there from other reputable companies that are relatively atrocious for this same price point. Even Squier's own classic vibe late 60s jazz bass, which went on sale for $250, was honestly out of the box a piece of crap. But this out of the box, even on sale, was stellar, just like I remember the first one that I played. They're consistent, they're great sounding, and I think these are going to be great mod platforms as well. It was my mistake not modding it the first time around, but fear not, for we will be modding this bass before I sell it. So we're going to be throwing in a set of pickups. I don't think we're going to replace the stacked controls, and we're not going to add a preamp, as that's going to be a lot of work here. But we're probably going to swap out the bridge as well and throw in an interesting set of pickups. So keep an eye out for the mod video in the future, as well as a comparison between this, the Squier 60s, late 60s classic vibe jazz bass, and a third contender for the $400 to $500-ish jazz bass thing. It's not the Sire V5, that's the winner. We don't have to worry about that. So keep an eye out for that video coming in the future, but for now, revisiting the Squier Paranormal, still great. I would say go get one if you're looking for a jazz bass like this with this sort of style. 60s pickup spacing, something relatively affordable, something that you can beat on, but something that is just high quality overall. So I would still recommend these. Great basses overall. A rare, great job Squier, keep it up. And that's something I do not usually say, as I'm not a fan of Fender by any means, but you gotta call something that's good, good, and this is definitely a good bass. So keep it up. Let me know what you all think about the Squier Paranormal 54 Jazz down in the comments below. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord channel, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about the Squier Paranormal Jazz 54. And as always, until we groove again,